Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to each one of you to online book review. And if you don't know, I run an online book club. It's called All Booked. So let's wait for people to join. And I am live. And today I'm going to review a fantastic book, which you're going to love it. So keep sharing this Facebook Live or keep commenting on what you really like. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know who joined in the comment section. Could you please say hi in the comment section so I know who you are? And if you also can confirm that you're able to listen to my voice, that would be really great. Fantastic. I'm super excited to share some amazing things out of a book which I have recently read. So, who just joined? Could you please type in the comment section so I can see your comments and welcome you? May know who just joined. All right. Meanwhile, let people join or listen to this probably recording later whenever they want. Today, I'm going to share about a wonderful book which I have recently read. It's called Why Men Don't Listen and Women Can't Read Maps. Yes, it's by Alan and Barbara Pease. So basically, this book has been originally published in 1998. Yes, it's published in 1998. So it's an amazing book. This book talks about the differences between the way men and women think and communicate. Hey, Payal, namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. All right. Payal and I belong to same community, Speakers Institute, and she's an amazing lady. So who else is watching this Facebook Live? Could you please comment in this section saying hello to me, or probably where are you from? Which city are you from? Or which location are you from? If you can do that, that would be really great. I see now that 3 people are watching this Facebook Live. Hey Vidya, I'm glad you were able to join. So Vidya is also part of Speakers Institute. Welcome Vidya, I'm so excited to have you here. Payal, thank you so much for joining. And I see 4 people joined. Just type in something so that I know that you're here. All right. Welcome to each one of you, Payal, Vidya, and others who are going to watch this probably later recording. This is All Booked online book review. I'm going to talk about an amazing book which I have recently read, which is published in 1998 by Alan and Barbara Pease, which is called Why Men Don't Listen and Women Can't Read Maps. So yes, people who are listening, how's your experience with the opposite gender? Basically, ladies and gentlemen, the fundamental problem here is simple. You got to understand that men and women are different. Men and women are different. No better, no worse. Just different. You got to understand this. When the universe made us, or the creator created men and women, we have been wired differently. There's something called tale of two brains. So we are totally different. You got to understand this. Right? Do you all agree? Type in the chat box if you agree to what I'm saying, that men and women are totally different. No better, no worse. They are just different. Type agree in the chat box if you agree to this. And also share this Facebook Live so that if it can help others understand what is this book all about. I'm telling you, the reason I'm sharing about this book is, if you understand the opposite gender, it could be your family members, it could be your spouse, your brother, your sister, it could be anybody, your relationships will get better. That's the whole idea. You have to have great relationships. And one thing is for sure, ladies and gentlemen, you can live a happy life and a successful life not by having things in your life, right? Hey Ashutosh bhai, thank you so much for joining. Hey Bindu, wow, my All Speakers Institute friends are here. I'm so excited. Wow, thank you so much for joining. And yes, what I was saying is, if you have a great relationships, that's when you're going to live longer and happy, period. Nothing else. You have to have. Thank you so much, Harish bhai. Harish has joined. Harish Mehta is from Professional Speakers Association of India, and he's my very good friend from Mumbai. Thank you so much, Harish bhai, for joining. All right. So yes, the fundamental thing that you got to understand is men and women are different. No better, no worse. They are just different. The reason I want to each one of you to read, or I would encourage you to read this amazing book, is because you will be able to understand the minute things about the opposite gender, why they behave the way they behave, so that you have a cordial and happy relationships with each other, right? Yes, Ashutosh, we are Speaker Tribe rock stars. So keep hitting the like button, keep hitting the love button, and keep pouring in all the love for each other. So this book talks about the differences, the differences between the way men and women think and communicate, right? That's what this book is all about. And I want to read what Dennis Waitley, Dennis Waitley is a famous person, a speaker and author and all. He said, this is a must read book for men and women who love each other, hate each other, or simply want to coexist. You will learn as much about yourself and how to improve your relationships as you will about opposite sex. Yes, this is one thing which I wanted to share with you. Forget about knowing more about your opposite gender or opposite sex. You will know more about yourself if you actually read this book. Yes, this book is little fat. Yeah, I think this book is about close to 300 pages. Close to 300 pages book. I think you can complete it in two sittings. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, once you start reading this book, you will not keep it aside. It's such interesting book, right? So authors Alan and Barbara have spent. By the way, this book is not just written by the experience of Alan and Barbara. They have actually spent 3 years traveling across the globe, collecting this dramatic findings of why women are like that and why men think like that, right? And they're two different brains. They have investigated, evolutionary biology of both brains. Meantime, I would say you might not agree with all the things which are there in the book, but I would say as a reader of this book, my encouragement is almost like 80 to 90% things are absolutely correct about men and women. Now, I'll share a few things now today on this Facebook Live. You might not agree to it. What I'm saying is this is for average people. They have collected data from few thousands of people, and the average men and women will behave like this. And I'm sure you would agree to a few things which I'm going to share with you, right? So keep pouring in that loves. And okay, what do you think? What is the most annoying thing that you do not like about the opposite gender? Could you please type in the chat box? I would love to know. What is that annoying thing that you do not like about the opposite gender? Kumar, it would be great to have your better half live to understand how much you have implemented. Fantastic, Ashutosh Bhai. Fantastic question. Ashutosh Bhai, I'm single and rocking. I'm not married. I'm single. And yes, I have girls who are my friends. I have so many girls who are my friends. And I have like 14 to 15 years of experience managing people in the office, managing women employees who used to report. By the way, there were more lady employees reporting to me rather than men. It would be like I had 19. I have 19 girls reporting to me and approximately probably 8 to 9 boys reporting to me. So I have complete experience from a single person perspective who has many girls who are friends. Hope you get it, Ashutosh Bhai, right? So yes, of course. I mean, I have my friends' wives who are my friends, and they keep calling me and sharing, what's really happening in their life and what's really annoying from their husband, or my friends who are boys. They call me and share things about the things of their wife, right? Ashutosh is saying, get a girlfriend. Yeah. There were, girlfriends were there, breakups happened, so many things happened, which I didn't knew. I wish I could have known about this book quite a few years ago. But that's why I'm actually sharing this amazing book, which I strongly recommend you to read, right? So next thing which I want to share is this book is dedicated. This book is dedicated to all the men and women who get up at 2 a.m. in the midnight and hold their head and say, "Do you ever understand?" Did you get the point? Right? So this is for all those people who get up at 2 a.m. pulling their head or hair out, and plead with their partners. But why don't you understand? Why don't you understand what I'm saying? That's what happens. How many of you experienced? Type yes in the chat box if you have experienced this. Why don't you understand? Type yes in the chat box if you have experienced this, right? So Once upon a time, long, long time ago. Let me quickly grab this book because I have bookmarked to share some amazing things with you, and I really don't want to miss it. So yes, long, long time ago, the men and women lived happily together and worked in harmony. Basically, if you recollect those days of cave men, men used to go out for hunting, and women used to take care. Women are nest defenders. They used to cook food, they used to take care of children, right? That's how few skills have been developed. But that's not the reason why women are like that or why men are like that. Certainly the creator have created us totally different, right? We are unique in our own ways. That's what I wanted to share. And he says things were very simple, right? He was a lunch chaser and she was a nest defender, and that's how. Yeah, Astosh bhai says you don't understand me, forget it. Yeah, that's how we actually come out of that situation, right? So the things, few things which I want to share about men and women, which are very interesting. Of course, I mean, I'm not going to share everything which is in this book, right? I'm not here to share everything in this book, or else you will not buy the book and read, right? You have to read it or yourself. Okay. By the way, you can buy this book. This book is on Amazon, which is priced around 320 rupees or something. Or if you are a listener, listen to audiobook on YouTube. That would be really amazing. Bindu says, my hubby plays video games and sometimes I feel ignored. Fantastic. Bindu, I have an answer for you. Men's brain is designed in a way as compartments, right? As compartments. Money compartment, spouse, children, parents, office, colleagues, projects, all different compartments. But woman's brain is totally wired, and everything is connected. Okay, it's not compartments, but everything is connected. They can connect anything and everything. Give one, two, or two tips for Saturday evening. Fantastic, Satsos bhai. I will definitely give one or two tips. Now, whenever Bindu was talking about playing video games, there is a box, there is a compartment in men's brain called nothing box. Yes, there is a compartment called nothing box. Men can do nothing for hours together and they can just keep changing the TV channels. Have you observed this? And women, their spouse, they go insane on how could he do it. So basically, he's actually thinking something and he's just using the remote. So at that time, please do not interrupt your man, right? And sometimes, and most of the times I have seen this, when a man is silent and is talking nothing, you know what woman does? What happened? Is everything fine at office? Kya hua? And she pisses him off like anything, right? Please don't do that. When the man is silent, you know what the research says from this book? He's actually talking to himself, right? A man is talking to himself. And another tip, women are like radar detectors. Yes, woman brain is wide as radar detectors. Author says that his wife can see a blonde hair on his coat from 20 feet, but she cannot park the car in the garage properly. Yes, he's absolutely right. Right? As a nest defenders to safeguard the family, that was the skill that was acquired by women. Right? She needed to pick up small things, like changes in the behavior when the baby is crying. One more amazing thing which I want to share with you is, woman's brain is wired to detect. Let's say if the baby is crying, she's able to detect whether the baby is crying because of hunger or pain or something else. Yes, she has that kind of ability. And understand that males were never around the cave. He was a lunch chaser. He was a hunter always. He used to be hunting always, and most of the time he's outside. So women brain scans has shown that they are constantly receiving and analyzing information. I'll give you one more example, Ashutosh Bhai and Vidya and all people who are watching this is, have you observed when a woman is watching her favorite TV serial or a favorite movie, she gets a phone call. She talks to her friend while watching the TV, and if she has to cook at the same time, she can also do that. Yes, women are multitaskers and women have awesome memory. Yes, Women have multitaskers, and let me tell you, men can handle only one thing at a time. As I told you, man's brain is compartmentalized. He can do only one thing at a time. So if you talk too many things, if you give a man a big list to get from outside, he is confused. Don't do too much. You pick up the kids, get the grocery from that. I think the coffee powder is over. Why don't you buy one? Don't give too many things to man. Give one thing, he'll do it perfectly. Right? That's one thing which I want to share. And the other interesting thing that I want to share is women have a peripheral vision. Women have a peripheral vision. They can actually see. That's why in my Facebook post I said women have eyes at the back of her head, right? When husband and wife enters into a party, let's say there are a lot of couples actually enjoying or having drinks or dancing, a woman can tell who is happy in relationship, what's happening with them, whether the husband and wife are talking to each other, whether they fought, when did they fight, and how serious it is. She can tell everything for all the couples, and man cannot even guess, cannot even understand how come she thinks like that. Have you observed when when you are with your friend, or a woman friend, or your spouse, she might have said, hey, he is watching, just look at the outside window at the backside of me, and probably you said, you just turned and saw, and she said, don't turn your neck, why are you turning your head? She, without even turning the head or eyes, she can detect somebody who is watching her. She has that kind of oh, Ashutosh bhai, your better half is a lawyer too, so you don't have arguments at home. So that's one thing which I wanted to share, guys. This is an amazing book. Let me not tell you too many things out of this book. Yes, I have shared few things which I wanted to. On page number 22, yeah, women have peripheral vision. Basically, as a hunter, a man needed vision that allows him to zero in on and pursue targets in the distance. So, ladies and gentlemen, men are good drivers in the night, and women are good drivers in the daytime, right? So, whenever you're going on a long distance trip, ask your spouse, wife to drive in the daytime, and you can drive in the night, right? That's how it is. And women's eyes see so much. Have you observed? Women can actually tell you different colors. A man can tell only colors about red, blue, black, green, yellow. That's it. But a woman can talk about baby pink, apple green, beige, and so many things. Do you agree? Do you agree? Yeah. So this book has questions as to why men really can't do more than one thing at a time, why women make such a mess of reverse parking, why men should never lie to a woman. Because woman, being a nest defender, she can understand all the emotions, she can understand the body language. So if you want to lie to a woman, recently, today I went to my dentist, Dr. Prem. I had some teeth problem. So I was talking about doing a Facebook live this evening about this topic. You know what he says? I can lie to my wife. I can lie to my wife and she believes it. So there are only few men who has acquired that kind of skill where they can lie to a woman face to face, right? But if you want to lie to a woman, please don't do it face to face. You got to do it over the phone, right? So that's very important, because woman's intuition is very high. She can understand through your body language, through your eyes, through your vocal, and that's why. Have you observed women saying, "Don't talk to me with that tone. Don't talk to me with that tone." Have you noticed it? Or have your wife has ever told you this? Because they are very sensitive to voice and tonalities. They can easily detect whether you're lying, whether you're telling the truth, or so many things. Now you're going to understand from this book why women prefer simply to talk it through. This is one thing which I want to share today, guys. Is when woman is talking to you, men. This is all men. You got to listen. When woman is sharing something about her work or about her workplace issues, people issues, or so many things, as a hunter, as a lunch chaser, we want to provide solutions. We want to provide solutions, and we give them solutions. Do this, okay, act like this, do this. No, they just want to share. Do not give suggestions or advice to a woman when she is sharing something with you. They don't want your advice. Gentlemen, I'm telling you again, when woman is sharing something very, very important, after coming from work, please do not advise her. She just want you to listen it through. That's all, right? So, Asutosh bhai, this is another tip, right? So, why men offer solutions but hate advice, right? And why men despair about men's silences, and why men want sex and women need love. Wow, you got to understand from this book itself. And what an amazing book! Each one of you must read it. And when woman talks, she uses indirect speech, which means she hints at what she wants or beats around the bush. Indirect speech is a female specialty and serves as a specific purpose. So let's say you and your wife went out on a long drive, and she suddenly asked, "Would you like to have a coffee?" And you said, and as a man, you felt so good that your wife is asking something, right? And but you didn't want her to have a coffee at that time, and you said, "No, darling, thank you so much." And she just kept quiet. She's not talking to you even after 5 kilometers. And you started asking, "Is everything fine, darling? Are you okay?" The reason that she asked you to have coffee is because she wanted to have coffee. So you should have actually stopped the car at a coffee shop, or if you're carrying a flask, just get out of the car and give her a cup of coffee. So this this is one of the indirect ways the women talk. So I strongly recommend. It's been 21 minutes, guys. Amazing Facebook Live. Why Men Don't Listen and Women Can't Read Maps is an amazing book. You got to read it. Alan and Barbara Peace have already sold 11 million books throughout the world. And for your information, this book is available in many other languages like Marathi, Hindi, and so many other languages. Now, the few people reached out to me when I announced about this subject. They said, "Oh, many men are like this, Kumar. They are abusive. They are this and that." See, I'm talking about average men and women, how they think and behave and respond to certain things. Now, there are so many other things that people have grown up because of their surroundings, right? And that's how their behaviors and attitudes reflect. When a husband is actually abusing his wife, or wife is abusing husband, it's based on their personal upbringings, right? It's not a general thing. This book is totally about a general topic on why men are like that and why women are like that. So I wish you all the very best. And Ashutosh, Bindu, Ata, Amita, thank you so much for joining. Vidya and everybody, please share this Facebook Live. And this is going to be an amazing book. I want you to buy it on Amazon. Buy a hard copy. There is no Kindle version available. Thank you so much for listening. And men and women, you have a great relationships with each other when you understand each other. Thank you so much for joining. You have a wonderful Saturday evening. Take care. Bye bye.